Whew. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy RickyMoto. Welcome back to yet another video. Today we have a really cool unboxing. I was sent over this helmet from the guys over at ILM. They are a motorcycle accessory brand. They sell helmets, gear, jackets, gloves, you name it. And today I wanted to do an unboxing and review of their helmet. This is their full face helmet, and it's the ILM 861C in the carbon fiber finish. On the website, you can find a whole bunch of other designs with graphics, carbon, different patterns of carbon, even forged carbon fiber. And the pricing on there is also really competitive, especially for a helmet that is DOT and ECE rated. I'm really excited to crack this thing open and see what it's all about. We have a really nice logo right smack in the middle. And the side over here says inspired to live more. I love the message that they have on here. Over here it says driven by passion and built for performance. So really cool stuff. So let's crack this thing right open. Boom, boom. There's a good amount of tape on here, so you know that they aren't rationing out here with the packaging. Ooh, check that out. ILM Racing. A big warning sign up front. What do we have in here? Okay. I gotta say, first impressions right off the bat, the packaging is amazing. So looks like we have an accessory kit over here. Okay, so before I open up the helmet, let's check out what we have inside of this accessory pouch. Alrighty, so that's everything that you get in here. This is the instruction manual. So you get the actual booklet itself along with a support card over here for any sort of customer service and whatnot. So, basically just kind of runs through all of the features of the helmet, the different vents, the visor, breathable, absorb sweat, detachable, washable lining. Now to the fun stuff. Let's see what we have inside of here. Okay. Oh, we have a spare visor, which is nice. Voila. Boy, oh boy. Of course, gonna stick with the branding, inspired to live more. I love that slogan. And I gotta say, it's pretty shocking to me that a helmet of this, price point, I believe the helmets are under like 300 or so. It depends on which design you get. I bought a couple helmets in the past, and some of them were in that price bracket, like $300 to $400 range. And the packaging was very subpar. And the only helmet that I ever got that actually had really nice packaging was my own personal helmet, which was like in the $600 range. Ooh. Wow, wow, wow. Oh. This looks so sick. I mean, the amount of detail in the weave too, the carbon, this is like real carbon. And it's so shiny, and I love this sort of crystal color transparency thing down here. It has the DOT rating along with the ECE rating. And this helmet is extremely light because it is made out of carbon fiber. I'm one of those people who likes to peel every single piece of plastic. I know some people are anal about that. So satisfying. Oh, and this also has an inner visor as well. So if you don't want to use a smoked out or tinted visor, you can just use the clear one. And underneath that, you also have like another sunshade down here. Badoosh. Alrighty. I do notice that the actual face windshield has these little rivets on both sides, which means this is compatible with the anti-fog filter, which is an absolute must. It makes a huge difference, especially if you're living in a colder environment. And now that it's winter now, it gets a lot more foggier in your visor. So that is not only a great feature, but a safety feature, which I think every helmet should have. Build quality wise, I gotta say this thing is absolutely solid. It's super sturdy. The padding down here is also very soft. It's comparable to my Scorpion helmet. Let me see if they have the speaker pockets in here, because I like my Bluetooth systems. And yes, they do have the pockets down here. There's a bit of a gap down here if you want to put like a Sena or any sort of Bluetooth intercom. The D-ring down here looks super heavy duty. Oh my goodness, this is like a very legit metal buckle. In terms of the vents, you have your classic top vent over here that you can close and open for, you know, airflow up top. Same thing with the chin. You can open and close that for if you want some extra airflow. Usually I leave all the vents closed for my personal liking, and I just actually open up the visor just a slight hair. I don't really like air blowing through my chin or through my head. I kind of just like a little bit of a circulation in the front. And then in the back, we have this massive, massive exhaust here for all the air to come out. And even just design-wise, it looks pretty sick. Let's take a look at this visor to see what this is all about. All right. Okay, so this is actually a smoked out kind of silver chrome finish. And inside you can see it's really dark, it's like smoked out, but on the front, it's kind of like a metallic. So let's peel off the plastic. So this also is compatible with the anti-fog filter in here because it does have the rivets. But it doesn't look like it's been installed, nor do I think it comes with it actually. So yeah, that is the thing I noticed. It doesn't come with the filter unless it's supposed to. Yeah, nothing in here. So I'm assuming you would have to purchase that separately, which is no big deal. It's nice that they already included a separate visor if you want to change it out. I definitely like this one better. Let's see if I can figure out how to change out this visor. So I'm assuming you just open it up like so. And there's like a little latch here, which I'm just gonna pull on. Alrighty, there we go, pretty simple. Pull the latch, and just kind of wiggle it out, boom, boom. This does say for daytime use only, so if you are someone that wants to use a tinted visor, just make sure that you're not using it at night because your visibility is obviously gonna be impaired. Although I ride at night with a tinted visor, I kind of get used to it. But obviously you want to switch it out if you are someone that wants to be more on the safe side. But let's pop on this visor right quick. Oh, and before I put this on, I want to show you guys how this inner visor works. So this little sunshade down here, there's a switch on the left side of the chin area. You just pull it to release, slide it back to close it down. Now, if you are using the tinted visor, you probably won't need to use this unless it's really bright out and you want to double it up. It's a little bit hard to see because it is tinted, so to line it up with the notches might be a little bit tricky. But you just want to pull the latch on the side that you use to release it, and you want to just basically snap it on, aligning the plastic pieces. All right, I've got one side in. Time to do the other side. Boom, check that out. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look badass? Whew. Straps also come with an emergency pull right here. So if you see these tabs over here, let's say, God forbid, you're in an accident or you gotta take this whole helmet off real quick. You can basically pull these tabs and it's just gonna release everything. It's gonna pull out all the lining, it's gonna detach the helmet from you. So this is a very, very good feature that a lot of helmets don't actually have at all. Sometimes I do use these straps as sort of cable management points. If you are someone who wants to use like a Bluetooth intercom or you want to attach a GoPro with a microphone, by looping the wires around this, it does kind of help with some of the cable management. Let's try this baby on to see how the fit is, if it's comfortable, if it's true to size. I typically wear a medium, and every medium helmet that I wear always fits nice and snug. I gotta say, it's so light. Just holding it like this, it's like paperweight. Wow, wow, wow. Whew. I feel like I have a pillow on my head right now. Wow, this helmet is extremely light. This thing is just a single snap-on and a single pull-off, which is really, really handy. So you just basically pull on that strap, line up the little socket, and you can also adjust how tight you want it based on how far you go. So yeah, really, really handy feature. I'm gonna open up the sunshade a little higher so you can see me. And then we're gonna close down the visor to see what's like with the visibility. Okay, pretty solid. Wow, I am impressed, guys. This helmet is not only super light and comfortable, I feel like I'm so contained and protected in here, I gotta say, a lot of times when you get a new helmet, there is a break-in period, and it usually feels a little bit too stiff on your head, and you have to wear it for a few days or a few weeks. and then it'll start to soften up. But this helmet already feels like it's broken in. This helmet feels a lot lighter than what I'm used to. My personal helmet isn't carbon fiber, so probably that's why it's heavier. And also I have all those attachments. I have a GoPro on it, I have the Senna, so a lot of accessories that are weighing it down. But this helmet as a bare bones without accessories is extremely light. And you know, right now the vent's closed, so I'm gonna open it up to see if I can feel a difference with, you know, the airflow. Okay, so I feel like I can breathe a little bit better. Usually I like to open the visor a little bit like so. Get a little bit more airflow in here. And I like how stiff this is. You know, this takes a little bit of effort and it has like locking points. So every time I open it, there's like a click, you know, so it can hold, which is really nice. You know, sometimes the helmets, they're a little bit loose. So, you know, when I do this little cracked open method and I'm riding, it's just the wind blows it back down. Shout out to ILM Racing. You know, this is actually an amazing product. And this is my first time, you know, handling with their products. And so not only was the packaging amazing, the price point is extremely good for what they're offering. And the quality of the helmet, the fit and finish is very comparable to more higher end helmets. And I'm really, really happy about that. Not only is it DOT rated, but also ECE rated, which is really, really nice. A lot of helmets in the cheaper budget range is only DOT rated. So there's a quick little preface on what that even means. DOT rating is like this standard, you know, safety rating with, you know, they do the tests and whatnot to see if it's a durable helmet, if it's safe, and it's an American-based testing, and it's actually pretty generic. It's not like super detailed. If you guys ever went go-karting, a lot of the helmets that they give out for rentals are only DOT rated, so it's like the bare bones minimum requirement. And usually those helmets feel kind of cheap, they're kind of hollow, they don't really have that much protection. But once you get into the ECE rating, that's like an international grade rating where they are a lot more rigorous and a lot more strict. That's how you know you're getting something of good quality. So let's go outside, let's go on a ride and see how it actually performs on the road. You know, how's like the wind performance? You know, is it aerodynamic? Is it good at blocking out the outside noise? We don't really know until we actually go and test it out. So that's what we're gonna be doing later on in this video. But before we get to that, all the information will be in the description below if you guys wanna check it out. A lot of holiday sales and whatnot going on right now. It's also, you know, Christmas season. So happy holidays to you guys. But yeah, let's go on a ride and see how this helmet performs.
Alrighty y'all, so now we are finally taking the helmet on a road test to really see how it performs on the road. Upon putting the helmet right on my head and going for a ride, everything was absolutely seamless. The quick release buckle made it really handy to just snap on and off instead of using a classic D-ring, which can be a little bit tricky sometimes to get locked in. So I definitely appreciate this mechanism where it makes it a lot easier to put the helmet on and off, along with adjusting how tight you want the strap to be. And right off the bat, as I'm riding around and moving my head around looking at my blind spots, I can just tell how light this helmet actually is on my head. The weight of a helmet can really make a difference in terms of your riding experience. Not only does it affect comfort levels, you know, the strain on your neck, the lightweight helmet definitely makes it easier to turn your head quickly. And on top of that, it doesn't really flop around. You know, sometimes when you have an overly heavy helmet, it's kind of like a recoil feeling where if you turn your head quickly, you feel the weight shifting on your head. Visibility wise, it's pretty standard. I can pretty much see everything on the road. It does have a pretty wide field of view. And with the addition of the second visor underneath, I can definitely adjust it and have a different type of shade if I want it to be darker or lighter. I will say a downside of the second visor is that it does hang a little bit low sometimes. I always have to kind of adjust it to make it a little higher. In my peripheral vision, I can definitely still see a little bit of an edge on top. It doesn't necessarily affect my visibility on the road, but just noticing that it's there could be a little bit, you know, of a pet peeve if you are someone that's anal about that. Aerodynamic wise, there's no complaints. The helmet doesn't seem to flop around in the wind even when I'm accelerating, and even just playing around with the vent controls on the top of the helmet in front where the chin is, and even the visor, a lot of it is pretty seamless. It's a little bit stiff at first, but that's probably because it's a brand new helmet and it still needs to break in a little bit. The only thing I really noticed about this helmet is the lack of a anti-fog filter. Now, I did mention earlier that this helmet is compatible with an anti-fog filter, but it didn't come with the helmet standard. But due to the weather conditions that we have currently here in New York, it's about 30 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit over here, so it's quite breezy. And when you have a major temperature difference from the outside and inside of the helmet, it definitely will cause the visor to fog up. On the road, this helmet is a great performer. You know, no complaints with the aerodynamics. The soundproofing is pretty standard as well. I can have a good balance of the outside noise, the exhaust noise, and I can definitely still hear everything without it being overly loud. This helmet is compatible with any Bluetooth intercom because it does have the speaker pockets. So if you are someone who wants to install one of those systems, you can definitely pop one of those on, and I believe that can actually help improve the soundproofing if you want that as well, because when you do have a speaker installed in the helmet, it is adding a little bit more thickness within the helmet, and so you are having an additional layer of soundproofing when you do that. But other than that, everything about this helmet is pretty much A+. I have no real complaints. You know, if you guys want to check out this helmet, there will be a link in the description below. Shout out once again to ILM Racing for making this video possible. You can go check out all their social medias and whatnot in the description below as well. They have a whole array of amazing, beautiful accessories, from open face helmets, closed face helmets, all sorts of designs. If you guys enjoyed this video and this review, make sure to drop a like and a comment below. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. With that being said, it's been your boy RickyMoto, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.